first I'm gonna start off with the radiator fitting and the E-fans, because I know the E-fans you are supposed to trim down a little bit because they're not gonna fit flush. After that I'm gonna go with the intercooler. This thing's really nice. Holy shit. The walls look pretty good. Pretty light too. He's like nothing. Here's how it would fit. This honestly fits really good. Like, look at that. Shit. It is currently 6th, and yet I have done not much progress. I drilled out the holes for the E-fans, and then I've been trying to fit this, but the alternator was already right there, so I'm upgraded to a MAXIMA. So once the store opens, I'm gonna go and get me a MAXIMA alternator. I still got pulleys to do and the wiring to do, and then I am gonna do relocation for this head temperature sensor. Not right now, but it's gonna be the future. I'm gonna paint the valve, the cam cover. So I just got my MAXIMA alternator. I already wired it all up. I took off the resistor, whatever that was on there. So the connectors are a little bit different. On the regular Z, it's plugged in like this, but on the MAXIMA's sideways, so, or upside down. It's kind of hard to do with this one hand. So. There you go. No time to screw these on there. This radiator didn't match up to the factory hole, so I had to like drill through and make my own, and then fits now. Fits really nice. Man, that thing's huge. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up, do the intercooler piping since it's just laying in a box. I did paint this. I sanded it down, well, grinded it down first because it was pretty rusty. I'm gonna slap it on, put all the hoses back, and hopefully by tomorrow the car is running, and then we can go for a little drive. So these fans are from 1990-ish Malibu. I'm gonna start routing the harness. It's a HAYDEN fan controller, part number 3647. I'm gonna be routing that right now since I do have everything set up. I mounted the fan controller right here by the reservoir because I found it pretty neat. Closest, what's in the middle of everything, you know. This would be able to reach where I need it. The thermostat, the temperature thing that activates the fans to kick on. So I heard that you can tap in through the ignition switch through this one right here. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. We'll be routing it through here, up here, back, and over there. So I have routed the positive and negative down through here underneath the power steering reservoir, underneath the filter, underneath these wires, and then positive comes to the back through here, and the same with the negative through here, underneath this weird thing, behind the main fuse, and then bam, right over there. Let me show you, right there. So Sam was here 139. That's his YouTube channel. He's the one that gave me an idea for the fans. He did mention that you have to trim some of it down, which I did. Once you do trim it down, it'll fit snug because it is a very tight fit. Here's a bolt size. This is the bolts I use. I got them off of Riley's, probably like a couple bucks, $5 for 3 bolts. I hold it real down, real good. Right now I gotta wire up everything. You know, you do have to buy everything separately, so the connectors are sold separately off the car. Fans come by themselves, connectors are different, and the HAYDEN or HAYDEN, or however you want to pronounce it, also comes separate. I will be posting or linking everything down below to everything I got, all the part numbers, where you can get them, intercooler piping and everything. Now for the boost gauge, I did get a Evo something off eBay. Kind of goes through here, goes through the it goes through the boot behind here, and then vacuum goes from here down underneath the brake cylinder, over here through the back, and it goes up here, and then this goes to the bottom, through there, comes all the way in here, tucked in through there, comes through right there and onto the boost gauge. And to show why I went with that Evo thing off eBay is because the color on it matches are real nice, so that's one reason I went with it. So in this 180 pipe, I'm gonna cut around right here. Well, let me get it straight. I'm gonna cut around right here because I want the intercooler to sit a little bit more back, and then that should give me enough clearance to fit the bumper on without no fitting issues, because I did have a little bit of fitting issues the first time. That's why I never put my bumper on, if you guys saw my TikToks and, you know, Instagram. So I kind of figured out, like, oh, if I have something to push it back or like have it more backed up, that would be a 180-degree bend. Cut it around right here, and then the pipes would be like this, intercooler would be sitting down, and with my couplers, you know, just slanted in an angle, you know. I'll show you guys when I finish this. I'm gonna cut it right now with this grinder, very safe grinder I got. And then I'm gonna line it up with some zip ties because I lost my tape. So I cut a little bit further down because I realized that the pipe's gonna be pointing up a little bit like this. I'm starting to make my own grooves. This right here. So I'm using there you go. I'm using this one right here to make my grooves, or these little indents, so I make sure the coupler don't slip off. See, look at that. Kind of look like tack welds. It's kind of funny. Before I do hook up everything, I'm gonna polish everything, because, you know, I want this engine bay to look really nice. So hopefully it turns out real nice. I'm gonna polish this right here too. Just make sure everything's cleaned up. Like, nobody's gonna see that. Now you will have fitting issues with this with the bumper. It barely fit for me, which is not a problem to me. Just back here, see, back here's where the intercooler was starting to touch, and then right here your bumper kind of hits a little bit. You can just trim it down, which I'm gonna end up doing because I already trimmed enough. This is gonna be a little issue. You might want to bring it up a little bit more. On the other side, you're all good. You got enough space. You might hit over here on the same spot, but you should be more set because that side I had it more angled towards that way than this way. But that's no issue. You could always trim down a little bit more so you can get, you know, clearance. It's not touching enough where it can just blow up the line or, you know, puncture a hole. So it's not really a big concern to me. And at the moment, I'm not gonna be running the plate because it might touch right here. It might start scratching up on the metal or on the piping. So I'm gonna wait off on that and see if I can get me a custom plate that my brother can make me. Currently the car is not running. Sadly, the sugar took a shit on me. Updates on the alternator. People been asking me about the alternator, asking me if I'm running stock. No, I'm running a 93 through 97 Maxima, Nissan Maxima alternator, because it is a 90 amp. And I was thinking, you know, since I'm gonna upgrade my PRW. I'm gonna upgrade to our PRW2 and E fans and lots of stuff. Might as well upgrade the alternator because I don't think I'll be able to keep up. And PRW, I'm gonna post a video soon about it. It is just gonna be a simple upgrade, just these. I'm gonna have to snip into them and then make my little custom harness, I guess. Just switch them up around. But yeah, the outcome looks really nice. I don't even care about the uneven intercooler. You know how you see it like more towards that way. It doesn't really bother me because I'm gonna end up adding a trans oil cooler or oil cooler for the engine on this side right here. I'm gonna end up adding it back there, right there, so I can get some flow into it. Or with the splash tray, I'm just gonna make a custom vent. And in the future, I might make this fog light into another vent when I get a bigger turbo, just so I can, you know, get more colder air and more air. So one thing I did forget to mention is the wiring process. So if we look at the controller, I relocated it because I started to realize that it was a bad idea to have it right here. I mean, I always moved it, but for some reason, if this cracked and leaked, it would have leaked all over the unit. So I bolted it up over here with a quick tap tap screw, or I think there was a hole here, so I just went ahead and put a nut through the back with Loctite. Let me see if you guys can see that. You guys probably can't. I put it through here, so this is a better location. So if you look at, if you get the instructions, it will show you fan 1 and fan 2. If I'm correct, fan 2 would be the orange one, so that would be your positive. So orange is positive, and that I connected to this fan right here, the big fan. And the white wire that came off of here, one of those that you don't connect to the positive would be the ground. And then the ground, it's right there, right there. So that's the ground, but make sure you check which wire is which. If I'm correct, look at the connector this way, the right one would be the ground, the other one would be the positive. Double check with the battery. Get like any 12-volt battery or a car battery that's probably almost dying. Take splice them and then put them on the positive negative and see if it's blowing this way. That's one thing I do recommend, because I almost messed up and made it go that way. So if I wired it and everything, that would not have been a good day for me. And same with this one. Let me see. Man, I can't remember, but yeah, just make sure you check which one's which. So whatever, and then the blue one over here, it is from this one that's coming out. This one is fan 1. Fan 1, I connected it to this one. And then obviously I loomed everything and stuff, but also connectors come separate. Obviously I linked everything down below. And then, so I had like the pressure check reliever valve, something like that, for the EGR here. The connector, I moved it over here towards behind the cockpit, or the water cockpit, something like that. And then on the top one, it would be the top one that I connected it to. Man, focus. There you go. The top one is the one that I connected to. And therefore everything should work. Obviously loom everything so it could look nice and neat. And then the rest of the wires, I think, is green, and I think that's about it. The green one, just zip tie it and just throw it back there. But yeah, ground, I used the pop-up headlight screw. Let's see if I can find this one. It may be, oh yeah, it's right there. Let's see if I can. It'll be that one right there. But yeah, that's basically everything. How I wired it up. It looks really hard to like learn and like try to understand, but it honestly gets pretty simple if you just divide the cables and everything and where you're gonna set them out. I do highly recommend to do all of these mods and stuff like that. It's so worth it. Makes your engine bay look a lot more nicer. So yeah, just comment, drop a like for me, and subscribe if you guys want to see more content like this. Thank you.